Hi, you're listening to Fluent in Canine. In today's episode, I'm going to be having an intuitive chat with a sweet pup named Erich. He has been in a new home for the last 3 months, and the person that had him before was actually the mother of the people who reached out to me and asked me to chat with him. They would like to know if it would help him to go and visit her because he seems to be having some bad dreams. They would also like to find out how he likes his new brother and sister, Horton and Blaze. So let's get started. Oh, okay. He's a very, he's a very sensitive boy. He's showing me that his heart is hurting and that he's concerned about, yeah, his mom. He's calling her, the mother of my clients who reached out, who he was with for 4.5 years. Okay. And he's showing me the reason that he seems to be struggling when he's sleeping instead of having those happy dreams of running and chasing. Yeah, he's showing me that he's kind of crying, whining, and struggling, having a hard time. And he's saying he's having flashbacks of when his mom fell. He's showing me an image of her. He's calling it crashing to the floor. It's like she fell to the floor and he was just in a panic. He didn't know what to do to help her. He's showing coming over to her, licking her in the face. And he didn't understand why she was on the floor, why she was hurt. Okay. It's kind of like PTSD. So he's showing me when he's not every time he sleeps, but quite often when he's sleeping, it's kind of like having a nightmare. Yeah. He's having the same experience in his dreams, which is why he seems really upset and distressed. And he's showing me his heart again. He's saying that his heart is sad and he's very confused. Yeah. And he's also showing me it's like a pattern for him, because you're his, feels like fifth home, including, where he was born. And the homes he was in before the mother of my client who reached out. Yeah, we're both women in their senior years living by themselves with him as well. Okay. Okay, what would you like to share about this, Erich? Okay. The first two homes that he was in, he felt like he'd done something wrong, and that's why he was kind of ripped out of his home and then placed in a new home. And okay, he says he's showing his size and he's saying, I'm a really big boy, and I'm a lot to handle in some ways. I'm a really good, quote unquote, good boy. But when I was younger, I really struggled quite a lot with learning self-control and manners. So I felt very overwhelming. That's why I went from home to home. And he's showing me when he was in his last home for the 4.5 years, he'd finally settled in himself and believed that he'd finally found his forever home. And he's still feeling confused about why he's not there. He feels like he did something wrong. And he's concerned about his previous mom who took a tumble. Okay. He's concerned about her. He's not sure if she's okay. Oh, sweetheart. Okay. What else would you like to share, Eric, about all of this? Yeah, he's showing me his eyes, and he is struggling with some sadness because his whole world has been turned upside down. He's in a completely different situation now with other dogs, with two people in the home. There's a lot more going on. He's used to things being a lot quieter and it just being him and his person. And that's a big shift in itself, as well as being in a new home with other dogs in the home. Okay. And what else would you like to share? Okay, he's saying that he feels loved. He feels loved in his new home. He's saying that you're trying to do everything you can to help me settle in and feel accepted and to find my place. He's just still processing a lot of hurt. It's going to take him quite a while, even though he's been with you for about 3 months. It's taking him a while to settle in. Is there anything that your new family can do for you, Eric, to help you? Okay. He's showing me some flower essence. And I'm not sure exactly which combination he needs yet, but I will do some I'll do some research for you. And he's showing me looking at a list of different flower essences and picking the combination that he needs. And I will do that for you and email you the flower essence blend that he needs to help support him. He's saying to help support me in my grief and to help me settle into my new life. Okay. Okay, sweetheart. Is there anything else? And your new family would like to know, would it be helpful for you to go and visit your previous home, your previous mom? Would that help you, or would that make things worse to go and visit and then have to leave again? What would be easier for you? Okay, he's showing me that it was really hard for his mom to make the decision to not keep him. It's really, really hard for her, and she wants to just cut the cord and not have any interaction. Okay, thank you for sharing that. He's aware of that. He wants you to know he's aware of that. It's too painful for her. Okay. But what would you like, Erich? What do you need? Okay. So he's saying if it's going to be emotionally painful for her to see me again, that won't help me because I'll feel her distress and her feelings of being upset. And that will make me feel more concerned about her. It won't help me. Okay. Okay. And what else would you like to share about that? Okay. It would, if I went to go and visit her, it would also be very confusing for me because I would think that I had just been with you, my new family, for a while and I'm going back to my mom. So it would almost make things harder for me in my recovery and getting used to my new life to go and visit, to feel her, emotional pain. And then to have to leave her, he's showing me it would be very traumatic having to leave her again. It's like you'd be starting back at scratch, he's saying, with me. Okay. So even though I'm struggling not being with my mom, it's more about what happened, the fall, and me just struggling with that. Okay. Is there anything else that you need, Erich, in helping you to not have these bad dreams anymore? What would be helpful for you? Okay. So when I ask him this, he's showing me an image of you, his new dog parents. Yeah, his new guardians. He needs you to sit with him. Feels like maybe every day for at least 3 weeks. He's showing me maybe a month because he needs a lot of support. To sit with him for a few minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. And you're talking to me and letting me know that she's okay. And he says you can do this by imagining your mom, which was also my mom. Okay, imagine her in her home, going about her daily activities and being totally fine and feeling calm and happy, showing me like a video. So imagining this in your mind, like a little video that you're watching in your mind. and imagine like sending me this video. Yeah, like you would send a text message. So you pull up this image, this video in your mind, and then imagine projecting it to me, sharing it with me. If it helps, imagine a cord connected between you and me and sending the image down the cord, like a telephone cord. Okay. And know that when you do this, I will get that message. And when you're imagining this, it's also important that you let me know, either out loud with words or just thinking it. She's okay. She's okay. We're watching over her. We're making sure that she's all right. That's not your, oh, this is the key. It's not your job anymore. That's part of why he feels he's having a hard time, because he felt like it was his job to take care of her. So it's very important that you let me know, we're taking care of her. We've got it handled. You don't need to be concerned about that anymore. You can just relax, Erich. Everything's fine. We've got you. Just relax into your new home and your new life. She's okay. We're taking care of her. He really needs to know that and feel that from you. Yeah. He's showing me an image of like a little boy sitting on a parent's lap and them saying exactly what the little boy needs to hear, giving him a big hug, giving him the support that he needs. That's what he needs from you. Okay. And it's going to take a while, but by sharing this image in your mind, this little video with those thoughts and feelings, that's the best and easiest way to communicate with him that she's okay. And eventually his bad dreams will diminish. Okay. And there's some flower essence that can help with that emotional trauma that he experienced too. Yeah, and I'll include that when I email you. Okay. Is there anything else that you want to share, Erich? Okay. He's saying he really, really appreciates you bringing him into your home. He can't handle any more life changes like this. He's gone through so many and he's so sensitive. It really makes him feel flustered to keep going to different homes. Okay, Erich, I'm going to ask you now, how do you feel about Horton and Blaze, the other dogs in the home? Okay, he's showing me Horton first. And he feels it feels like he's very comfortable with Horton. He's saying we're very similar. There's like an understanding between them. We're both big boys, he says, and he really likes Horton's energy, his playfulness. He's a sensitive boy too. Yeah, okay. And Horton lightens the mood, which helps me to not feel so sad. Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to share about Horton? Okay, he's saying Horton can be a little much sometimes. um, because he's very persistent about things when he wants to play. We're still figuring each other out in a way, he's saying. And that's only because I'm still finding my way in the pack. I'm finding my way in the family. And Horton can feel my my emotional struggles, and he's trying to, in his own way, he's trying to help me. He's trying to be there for me and say, it's okay, brother. Come on, let's just be silly together. Let's just play together. It's okay. Come on, let's have fun. He tries to help me come out of that like dark cloud when I'm feeling a bit more introverted in myself and having a harder time. Okay. He really appreciates that. And what would you like to share about Blaze? Okay, he's saying Blaze is very, very gentle, and he's showing me a feather when he talks about Blaze. She's very ladylike, and she's very sensitive, but in a different way. And I appreciate her gentleness. I appreciate her sensitivity towards me. She's aware of my emotional pain, and she tries to very lovingly interact with me and also give me my space. Yeah. Okay. She doesn't she doesn't bug me like Horton does. Okay. She's very respectful. And I really appreciate both of them for who they are and how they interact with me. He's giving me big thumbs up for his new family, and he's looking at mom and dad and saying, I really love my mom and dad, and I appreciate them and all of the effort that they put into making sure that we get exercise and attention and snuggles. Yeah, and he's showing being brushed too. He really likes being brushed. And he's saying, something else that would help me is when you're petting me, being very aware of your intention and your energy. So long strokes when you're petting me, and just focus on helping me ground my energy, which means that when you're petting me, it's very important that your energy is calm and grounded too, because I'm like a sponge and I feel everything that's going on around me. But if you're petting me with slow strokes or even clockwise circles, that will help me ground my energy a bit more. He's also showing me he loves just racing around the yard, especially, with with Horton. Yeah, it helps him to have a release, to just let loose, let his hair down, he's saying, and just have fun and be crazy. He hasn't, and he almost doesn't, it's like he's still getting used to it. He's not, it's not something that he's used to really doing with a playmate. But he's learning to enjoy new things, he says. Okay, Erich. Is there anything else that you would like to share today? Oh, he just says he really appreciates having the chance to talk and share how he feels and what's on his mind and how to help him. Yeah. And he's blowing kisses to everyone in his family. Yeah. And it helps him already to know that in his last home, his previous mom is okay, but he's going to need to hear that a lot. He's giving big hugs. Okay. Thank you, Erich. Thank you so much for talking today and sharing how you feel, what's happening, why it's happening, and how to best support you, and how you feel in your new family. I hope this has been helpful for you if you have a new family member or a furry family member who's been struggling with anything. You've been listening to Fluent in Canine. Until next time.